For some reason, the last game we did not save, so I simmed it out, making sure that the Pirates lost the game, since the Pirates actually lost the last simulated game. So, yeah, so I simmed that out, and they lost. The stats in the end will be a little bit different, but I'm not too worried about that. It doesn't actually affect the final record. So, we'll go ahead and go to the second game here. Again, this is a simulation of
It's
hopefully
live
what
baseball,
will be
prime time,
a
Saturday
full
night.
season
We've
of
got
the
the Philadelphia
Pittsburgh Pirates.
Phillies taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah, we'll
and
see
now
how it
time for
goes.
the call by Gary Thorne as we get you ready
Just
for
like
the
last
first
time,
pitch
I'm going
out
to
in
mute the
Pittsburgh.
mic and let the in-game commentary.
And it will be Shane Victorino leading it off. Now the Pirates losing their last game. It's Philadelphia. And he watches the outside pitch from Bedard for a ball. And they lost that last one, 11 innings.
And a lot of wear and tear on that bullpen, and it was just too much for him in those extra innings.
Cutter just off the black, and he falls behind 2-0.
He tries to sneak that cutter down and in, just didn't quite catch the plate.
And it goes foul. The pitch that time at the knees, 2-2. Here's the pitch. And that one swung on and missed by Victorino.
With 2 strikes, the hitter wanted the fastball. He got it, but didn't do anything with it.
And it's Placido Polanco at the plate.
You know, despite the fact the Pirates had a better overall record last season than they had their previous 6 years, they still weren't very good at PNC Park.
And on that Pirates home record, you just cannot be 36-45 at home and expect to do very much. And, John, that's what the Pirates were last year.
Yeah, and it's surprising.
That one swung on, hit in the air. And there it is. That's their first hit of the ball game.
Now batting.
Well, with one out here and a guy on first base, the last thing you want to do is hit into a double puck.
And he is out trying to take second. No balls, 1 strike. Here's Bedard. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Pence needs to protect the strike zone. Well, and you got to believe the adrenaline was flowing for Pence. You make a move like that from the Astros to the Phillies, and now you got to find what's your role on this really good team.
Well, I tell you what, he's a throwback player, though, a guy that just plays the game the right way. They loved him in Philadelphia, and they really missed him in Houston. Think about the Astros. They trade away Pence. They trade away Roy Oswalt. Lance Berkman's gone as well, and the Astros have struggled.
And there's McCutcheon, out number 3. So no runs on 1 hit and nobody left on. So the first chance for the Pirates coming right up. Our starting pitcher for Philadelphia. And Steve will be focusing here. Pittsburgh hitters. How about his thoughts?
Well, for Cliff Lee, it's all about locating his fastball to both sides of the plate. That's what has taken him from being an ordinary pitcher to an extraordinary pitcher. And then he goes to the off-speed pitches as well.
That one's wide of the mark, and it's 3-0.
Well, you get down 3-0 in the count. The pitcher in this situation has to throw strikes.
He gets that fastball, can't make contact, 3-1.
Well, that's a huge swing right there. He was looking for a fastball, but just couldn't quite catch up to it. Great pitch.
And he's on. That's a nice way to jumpstart your offense.
Well, anytime you can get on base with no outs to start an inning, you know that an extra base hit will probably score you. But even if the batter behind you can figure out a way to get on base, now you have the potential for a huge inning.
And we've got Presley here.
Puts a little pressure on the defense and on the pitcher right now. Speed at first base, tie game. You've got to hold them close, but you can't be distracted. You still have to go after the hitter.
Howard will keep an eye on him over there. Pitch out. Nothing was on, though. Swung on, hit in the air to right center. And Pence is there. 1 away.
This one looked like it might fall in no man's land out there, but the right fielder able to get over and put him away.
Andrew McCutcheon here, runner on first base.
Well, bragging rights, Phillies and Pirates. Last year, the Pirates thought this is our year. They won the first 2 games against the Phillies, but then reality set in, and the Phillies won the final 4.
And Steve was talking about the Phillies really put the hurt on the Pirates when they swept in Philadelphia against the hit on the ground.
this separates the men from the boys at the plate. 0-2 count, coming up with a big base hit.
You got to keep battling, and that's what he did, even though that pitch was away. And in the batter's box, it's Walker. 6 for 22 last year against the Phillies. In there from Lee, 1-1.
Sometimes when the pitch comes out of the pitcher's hand, you have to say to yourself, I'm going to lay off and wait for the next one. He didn't think he could catch up to it. Good decision.
And he'll leave that one alone, Neil Walker, and he lets it go, and he'll leave in the count.
Hoping to try to continue some momentum off of his last game when he picked up 3 base hits. See if he can't keep it going.
Well, he finished that one off with a strikeout. Nice pitch.
Well, they went away right there, and he put a pretty good swing on it, but just couldn't quite make contact. Walking back to the dugout now.
And we've got Jones batting. He's one factor in Clint Hurdle's offensive plan. And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. So, no runs, 2 hits, and they strand 2. Nothing done for either side thus far here in Pittsburgh. Heat of the lineup coming to the plate. And Mayberry's batting. He's going to get us started. Second inning.
John Mayberry.
A swing line to left center. That one gets through for a base hit. And that'll bring Ryan Howard to the plate.
Well, you would have to think with the speed that's on first base right now that they'll put him in motion to try to make things happen here in this game.
Pitch out. Nothing doing, though. Bedard gets set and delivers. Curveball just off the black, and it's 2-1.
Well, a good count right here for the hit and run. A 2-1 count. Does the manager have enough guts to take a chance on running the count to 3-1 with a pitch out to try to nail the runner at second base?
And that one swung on and missed by Ryan Howard.
Well, they went soft with 2 strikes. They go to the changeup, completely fooling the hitter. Struck him out.
Now to the plate. Here's Chase Utley.
Well, I don't think Chase Utley has another.
Here's a swing and a line drive. And that's going to be a base hit for Utley. What a great opportunity here for the Phillies.
0-1 mistake right here. He throws it over the heart of the plate, and he pays for it.
That swung on, hit on the ground. He picks it up. Over to second for 1. On to first, safe. Can't get the back end of that one. Kratz is in the batter's box. He's ready to go.
I'm going to try to make some contact in this ball game today because he swung and missed a little bit too much, striking out twice in his last game.
That one's too low. Bedard missing.
Good action on that cut fastball down.
1-2. And his throw, he is out. Great throw. They pick up no runs on 2 hits and strand 1. The Phillies just can't get that offense going. Looking to the lineup, 6, 7, 8 hitters on their way to the plate. And Pedro Alvarez is our leadoff batter. And Lee throws one outside for a ball. 1-0 on the way. Swung on, that is hit. Rollins picks it up. 1 down. And we're going to see Barmas batting .274 lifetime against the Phillies. There's a swing, a high bouncer towards the hole. Played by Utley. Barmas is retired. It's Barajas at the plate. Swung on and fouled away. Hard grounded to short. Picked up by Rollins. Throws to first in time. That's 3 down. Quick half inning there. It's over. 5 pitches. Been all defense. PNC Park, no score. It is great to be here. Night game, PNC Park. Glad you're with us. Kratz is in the batter's box. He's ready to go. He'll get things going here in the 3rd. 0-1 is the count now as we get going in the 3rd. Going to take a brief swing. Hot shot. That one took a tricky hop. But he stays with it. Gets the out. That's how you do it.
A heads-up play by the pitcher. He understands he's a fielder once he lets the ball go. Comes up with the grounder, retires the runner, gets the out.
And in the batter's box, it's Lee. 2 away. Here's Shane Victorino now. 2 down. His average last year, .214 against the Pirates here in Pittsburgh. And he watches the outside pitch from Bedard for a ball.
Oh, it's a good pitch with a cut fastball. When you're throwing this pitch, you want to start it on the corner, run it off the plate, trying to get the hitter to chase. Good piece of hitting to lay off of it.
So Eric Bedard gets him 3 up, 3 down. He has a shutout through 3 innings of work. And the Pirates, it'll be their turn coming up. Bottom of the order to get things started.
For the Pittsburgh Pirates.
And we're going to see Bedard here. He's our first batter, home half of the 3rd inning. And a swinging strike on the first pitch by Lee, 0-1. Lays off the cutter. Good pitch, but it's 1-1. He fouls that one off. Foul! Pitch on the way. And he fouls off another one.
Well, even though he got ahead in the count here, 1-2 very quickly, you know he's in for a battle because this guy was
smashed towards the middle. And the play made by Utley.
Well, Gary, you know, he's settling into a groove right here. That's 6 in a row that he's set down.
And Tabita's coming up to the plate.
You know, we think of Cliff Lee today as this dominant pitcher, but he wasn't always that guy. Back in the Indians organization, more of a back end of the rotation pitcher until he learned to command the fastball on both sides of the plate.
Oh, tough one to lay off right there, that fastball. 1-2. Lee has been lights out, and it was the cutter that he added after that 08 season. That has really made a difference.
Boy, and how scary is that for everybody else? I mean, last year, 17 wins, a 2.4 ERA, 238 strikeouts, 6 complete games. He really helped the bullpen.
There's a swing and a ground ball. Polanco fielding that one. So Tabita is retired. And we've got Presley here. Steve, let's take a look at what we've got from the pitcher.
Gary, got a lot of ways to move that fastball around in this game, keeping the hitters off balance, keeping them guessing. Fastball getting a lot of ground.
And they are retired in short order. Good defensive half inning. Nothing doing for either side thus far here in Pittsburgh. And here's Placido Polanco leading it off.
Looking to build offensively off his last game where he had a couple of RBIs and trying to carry that into this one as well.
And the 4th inning underway. It is an 0-1 count.
Look, Gary, the way this is going so far in the 4th.
Shot back to first. And this is a fair ball heading towards the corner all the way to the wall.
Well, this could be a start of a great inning for these guys. You like to swing on this, and good hustle also to get to second base. Now, still 3 outs to go with the man in scoring position.
And Hunter Pence up. Hitting .311 lifetime off the Pirates. That's one away. And Mayberry batting. Let's take a look here and see what his approach is against these hitters on the first pitch.
No, we tell pitchers all the time, work ahead in the count. It changes the at-bat, and proof here. 0-1 count, he's gotten 5 guys out today.
Bedard gets set and delivers. Fastball got him looking 2 down.
Well, with 2 strikes on the hitter, he went with the heat. I tell you what, a fastball in the low 90s, still very, very effective.
And Ryan Howard will be looking to drive something in here. Walked often last year, in fact, most in the division. That'll do it as they put that one away. Solid mound work for Bedard. He's been shutting them out through 4, dual shutout. And we'll move now to the bottom half of the 4th inning. To the plate, here comes Andrew McCutchen, one of the most walked players in the league a year ago. And Lee gets it by, called strike 0-1.
So patient at the plate, and that patience can rub off on the rest of the lineup. We've seen that with this team, Gary.
Andrew McCutchen not fooled on the delivery, and the count is evened up. And here's a quick summary of how this guy's mixing up his pitches. What's he doing?
Well, look, I'm a firm believer, and you have to establish your fastball, but he's gone to that 2-seamer way too much in this game.
You look at the numbers on his other pitches and how often he typically throws them, and in this game, he has shied away from using his 12-6 curveball.
And Victorino makes the play. One away now.
He's got everything working for him right now. Every pitch.
Here's a swing and a liner to left center. And that gets through for a base hit. That will bring up Garrett Jones.
Well, he did his job right there, getting on base. Now with 1 out, let's see if they can move him around and get him in scoring position.
Grounded out last time. 1-0 count. He took that last one, and it was out of the zone.
I think they're going to be real careful with him today, knowing that with runners in scoring position, he drove in 5 runs in this last game. They better be careful with him.
A swing and a miss. Garrett Jones can't make contact. That'll even the count.
Well, that's a guy up there who's trying to do damage with one swing. Comes up empty on that cutter.
Able to set him down there. Chalk that one up as a strikeout.
You've got to have better plate discipline than that. With 2 strikes, you need to be defensive and try to make contact. But when you get a fastball, you need to read whether it's a strike or not.
That should be a base hit. Runner around second. He's heading for third. Fantastic chance here.
Well, speed is a two-way tool. We talked about how it helps on defense. Now you see how it helps on the base pass as he barrels around going into third base.
And we're going to see Barmas. A 2 for 8 last year against the Phillies. He'll throw on to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. No runs and a couple of hits and 2 left on. No production yet from the Pirates.
Up to the plate.
And it's Chase Utley now. And look now at the pitch type distribution. Swing and a liner to right center. And he gets it down. He's 2 for 2 now. And that's going to bring Jimmy Rollins to the plate.
Well, that's the start they wanted right there. You get the first guy on with the inning. No outs. Big things could happen now.
Bounced into a fielder's choice his last time. And there's the second out of double play. Kratz is in the batter's box. He's ready to go. Grounded out his last time through. This is pop foul to the right side, but playable. And looked for a moment like he had a chance to make that play, but not to be. No balls, 1 strike. Here's Bedard. Fouled away. Foul! On the way. Change up got him, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, and no one left on base. It's still a shutout here in Pittsburgh. Leadoff batter will get a shot at it later on in this inning.
Up to the plate.
It's Barajas at the plate. We have seen a great pitching performance on the mound and a tremendous use of that strike zone that's been on display here.
His command and control have been solid. Not perfect, but the great pitching coaches will all agree that when you can mix locations along with pitch types, that you have the greatest chance of success each time out on the mound.
Hey, John, you know this is a game of adjustments, and the hitters have not been able to adjust to the location and the rhythm of his pitching.
Low pitch from Lee. That'll be a ball.
Well, he's doing an outstanding job keeping this offense off the board. And Sano's had a handful of base runners so far in this one. The 4 runners left on base. But, you know, they've been able to make pitches and make plays when they needed to.
And he holds off with the cut fastball. Works it full.
Tried to backdoor that cut fastball. Just trying to catch the outside corner. Couldn't quite get it.
Hit hard to second. Utley fields it. And Barajas is retired.
Nice, easy, soft ground ball to second. Doesn't have any trouble at all with that one. And retires him at first base.
And we're going to see Bedard here. 0 for 1 thus far. They take care of this one. And Tabata's coming up to the plate. Ground out victim last time through. Lee catches him looking. Here's the delivery. Good patience as Jose Tabata lets that one go by for a ball, and the count is even. Here's the 1-1. He watches the 1-1 pitch, takes a fastball, strike 2.
Oh, good life on this fastball as he just buries it down and away.
Can't fool him with a circle change, and it's even at 2.
Well, he tried to change up right there, but it just stayed down and off the plate.
Tough pitch to lay off that time. Full count, 3-2.
A great movement on that 2-seam fastball, trying to start it on the corner, running it off the plate. The hitter just laid off.
That misses ball 4. That is a guy you do not want to put on base.
Well, the hardest
swung on, hit. It's going to be to Victorino. And that's out number 3. So they can't push any across here in this half of the inning. Nothing doing for either side thus far here in Pittsburgh. And in the batter's box, it's Lee. Well, it's truly been a tremendous hit in the dirt. And Alvarez will field it. And that'll retire Lee.
base right there, stays with it. A tough play, able to get the runner just in time.
And Shane Victorino in.
Another strong year for Victorino in 2011. It wasn't the demon he was on the base paths he was the year before, but still came close to being a 2020 player.
Victorino, he'll foul it away. And in talking about Victorino, 17 home runs, 19 stolen bases, and remember, only hit on the ground. And Victorino's got himself a single. This one finds its way around, rolling all the way to the wall. Placido Polanco coming up.
Now this pitch just cuts right over the heart of the plate. The hitter handled it perfectly.
That's one of those where you've given in by making a bad pitch and really made it much easier for the hitter.
Yeah, he's better than that. Bear down.
He doubled at his last appearance. And it's fouled off. The 1-1. Can't make contact on that fastball. 1-2.
Well, offensively, they just have not been able.
Ground ball. Up with it. Wide throw. Can't get him at first base. That'll bring Hunter Pence to bat.
Well, a guy that just continues to swing the bat well in this ball game. 3 hits right now so far. And it comes with 1 out.
Oh, and they get that one on the out. Couldn't get the double part of it. Oh, what a drive. He smashed it. And he drops back to the warning track to pull it in. So they're shut down again. That's 6 shutout innings so far. All defense so far. Goose eggs on the board at PNC Park. And the 3-hole will be coming right up. There's Andrew McCutchen at the plate. And of course, as a pitcher, you got to keep your eye on which pitches are effective on any given day and which ones aren't. Here's a look at which pitches he's thrown that have generated hits.
Well, his fastball's been put in.
Swinging a drive, deep left center. And he'll put that one away for out number 1. And in the batter's box, it's Walker. Last time up, he reached safely a single off lead.
You know, as a hitter, getting a hit on a fastball earlier in the game gives you some confidence to look for it again in later at bats. So he's got to be looking for it right here. As a pitcher, you've got to change speeds and change eye level.
And Walker's retired. So with 2 outs in the inning, here's Garrett Jones. He got to the plate 15 ABs last season, but only 2 hits off the Phillies.
Well, and they just had his numbers. Sometimes you just have to tip your hat to the entire staff and say, you know what, they were just better than me. Maybe you can turn it around this year.
Got him. And he has just been magnificent through 6. Still got outs to get, Steve, but he's in this one.
Gary, he's got his great stuff and his great location.
And he goes quickly for Cliff Lee. That's a 1-2-3. He continues to put up those zeros, pitching deep into this ball game. And it'll be the Phillies. Heart of the order due to bat next.
Now up to the plate.
And for those of you catching up with us, hi, I'm Gary Thorne along with John Kruk and Steve Phillips, bringing you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. And Mayberry batting. He'll start things off here in the 7th. Fouled off. And Bedard outside the zone.
Well, what an outstanding effort by the pitcher today. I mean, he has just been on top of his game, making the pitches, and offensively, they just have not been able to back hits up with other hits to mount the rally. They've been held scoreless here today.
There's a swing and a ball hit high, deep to right field. And gone, a home run, and the shutout is finally broken.
Well, the shutout broken up right there, but I tell you what, no shame in the performance he's given in this one. He's been outstanding.
And with that right-hander warming up in the bullpen here, I'm not sure quite what they're thinking.
Well, with the left-handed hitter on deck, he's probably getting ready for hitters later in the lineup.
Swings and grounds this one to the right side, foul. Swings for a strike on the fastball. It'll be a 1-2 count.
You have to have some kind of bat speed to catch up to that kind of a fastball up and in right there. Just couldn't do it.
Good eye by Ryan Howard. Lays off that one, and we're even.
Now, he didn't chase that one. That pitch down and away. Good movement on the cut fastball. He just laid off of it. It's a pitch with 2 strikes. You better be swinging at, though.
And that one swung on and missed by Ryan Howard.
That's a hard-fighting curveball right there with great break. Awfully tough to put in play. Swung right through it.
Here's a swing and a ground ball. Out number 2. And Jimmy Rollins is up. How's he attacking on the first delivery? Let's look here.
Okay, now take a look at what's happening when he goes 1-0 in the count. He falls behind. He's giving up a home run and a couple of hits, and I mean they're just teeing off on him.
This one's grounded near third. Foul. Here's the pitch. This one's popped in the air, drifting towards the right side. This one to Jones, and that's out number 3. Quite a game being thrown by these pitchers. Finally, someone able to plate one. The Phillies lead 1-0.
Now up to the plate.
Alvarez is in the batter's box. So far, 1 for 2 off lead.
You know, he's got to be telling himself right now, if I go to the four-seam fastball, I've got to locate it better than the last time when he got a hit against me.
Alvarez grounds it. Played by Utley. Retiring Alvarez.
Well, big out right there. Listen, he's on his way to a shutout right now. They've not been able to muster much against him. This is critical time of the game. He's getting a little fatigued, and they've seen him a couple times already. He's got to make his pitch.
And we're going to see Barmas. He bounced out his last time. In there from Lee, 1-1.
Watch his thumb and index finger on the ball, making a circle. That's the circle change, Gary.
Hit on the ground over to shortstop. Rollins. Barmas is retired.
Well, Gary, for every pitcher, it's a little bit different. You know, how long they can go into a game. But right now, he still looks pretty strong right now. 2 outs in the 7th. I think he's got a chance to shut them down the rest of the way.
It's Barajas at the plate. Grounded out his last time up. Swung on and fouled away. Strike 3. Man, oh man, is he on a roll on the mound, Steve.
You can tell by his eyes he's completely locked in right now in absolute control.
And a frustrated lineup indeed. That's now 7 shutout innings. Phillies still on top. Another chance for the leadoff hitter coming up in the inning. Kratz is in the batter's box. He's ready to go. No luck for him last time. He struck out swinging. Swings, lines this one back up the middle. In time for the out. And in the batter's box, it's Lee. Ground out victim last time through. Line drive fouled off towards first. And Eric Bedard delivers strike 2. He's in control in this AB. Here it comes. It's fouled off.
Like the way we keep tracks of pitch counts right now, you know 0-2, the pitcher wants to put him away. The fact that he has to throw another pitch just tells you how defensive a swing the hitter had to keep it going.
Here's a swing and a ground ball. Walker scoops. And that'll retire Lee. And Shane Victorino in. Trying again here. Just 1 for 3 thus far. And that's a ball. He watches the inside pitch from Bedard.
Well, he's trying to run that fastball low and inside. Just couldn't quite pick up that corner. Didn't get the call.
That's outside. Ball 2. Curve waved at. Missed it entirely. 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch. Back up the middle. And Victorino's got himself a single.
Well, sometimes you don't think much of a 2-out hit, but if they can continue to capitalize and push another run across, they can extend their slim lead.
So, here's the bat. Placido Polanco. Ball 1 started off the edge. That swung on, hit on the ground. Barmas picks it up. Throws on to first. Side is retired. No runs on a hit, and they'll strand him. Phillies 1, Pittsburgh 0. And if you're just joining in, Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk bringing you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. Navarro at the plate. He'll start things off, bottom half, 8th inning. Lee now has him 0-2.
A tremendous effort out on the mound in this one, and we're deep into the ball game. I mean, we're getting close to the end of this one. They've only been able to get 4 hits against him, and he shut them down and kept them off the scoreboard.
Got him there. That was a nice strikeout.
That's how you use your fastball, using it very effectively. 2 consecutive punch-outs.
And Tabita's coming up to the plate. Walked in his last plate appearance. Hit in the air to left center. This one to Victorino. As he gets to it for the out.
Now, as you get to this point in the game, you got to start wondering how much does he have left in the tank with the adrenaline pumping, knowing he wants to come away with a shutout.
And we've got Presley here. Last time up, flew out. And this at bat already 0-1. First pitch was a strike.
Well, his timing is just off right now. He swung way late on that cutter.
Cuts on that fastball. Can't make contact. 1-2. Line drive. That's foul towards first. Strike 3. And Steve, we don't get a lot of chances to see a pitching performance like this.
Now, you got to like his chances. He's been unflappable the entire game.
So they still can't buy a run. They've been held scoreless through 8. Pittsburgh still looking for that offense. And it's Hunter Pence in the box now. And we've got Chris Reesoff on the mound. They've decided it was time to make a change here. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Pence needs to protect the strike zone.
Well, that's textbook use of the sinker. Down and away, pounding the strike zone. Good pitch.
Swung on line to right center field. And he'll take an extra base on this one. It's rolling towards the wall. This one rolls through to the wall. Pence on his way to third.
Well, this happens a lot. You bring in a reliever, possibly a specialist, or just a guy to try to get a nice fresh arm.
Now bouncing ball to short. Walker. Oh, what a nice piece of D. Throw on to first in time. Here is Ryan Howard. Oh, what a great opportunity now for Philadelphia. Now with 1 away and a man on third base, going to issue the walk.
Well, they're going to pitch around this guy, put him on base, now try to get through.
There's a swing and a ground ball. Got it. Gets one. And they turn the double play. So no runs on 1 hit and nobody left on. And the Pirates, it'll be their turn coming up. Things will start getting a little more difficult. Third man in the lineup coming up.
Young Ed McCutcheon trying to prove that he can deliver at the major league level in a clutch situation. A real opportunity for the youngster.
He represents the potential tying run here in the bottom half of the last inning. Can he do it?
Now, for the pitcher, he's got to be a little bit nervous. The last thing he wanted to do is to see one of the game's best hitters coming to the plate.
Struck him out, and that's 1 away, and 2 outs now, away from a shutout.
Now, about 3 innings ago, I was wondering whether or not he'd be able to last into the late stages of this game. I think he answered those questions emphatically.
First pitch he let go by, and it was a ball, 1-0. There's a swing, and that one's hit on the ground. Utley fields it. That's 2 gone. And taking a look out there in the bullpen, the closer's getting ready to go, finish off time.
Well, it sends a message to the team that we think this one's over. We're sending out our stopper.
And we've got Jones batting. He was a strikeout victim last time through the lineup. And it's taken high for a ball. Lee out of the strike zone with that one. When you see a pitching performance like we've seen from the man on the mound today, there have to be a lot of things going right, and they have been. Here's a breakdown of how often he's gotten those hitters to chase pitches outside the zone.
Well, he's really locked in right now. Got the hitters off balance. Forced
back up the middle. And the tying run is on.
Now this pitch just cuts right over the heart of the plate. The hitter handled it perfectly.
That's one of those where you've given in by making a bad pitch and really made it much easier for the hitter.
Yeah, he's better than that. Bear down.
Alvarez is in the batter's box. Trying again here. Just 1 for 3 thus far. And Lee throws one outside for a ball.
Well, if he's going to make a mistake, which he hasn't made many in this game.
Swing and lined up the middle. And there we go. The winning run on base.
A real solid approach, trying to work gap to gap up the middle of the field. It's a fastball on the outer third of the plate.
Smash towards the middle. Utley fields it. And on that play, it comes to an end, and Steve, we get to witness one of those rare events, a shutout.
He was in absolute command right from the start. Gary, game like this doesn't come about without some solid defensive play, and he had that behind him.
And congratulations on the goose egg.
Fans going home unhappy in this one. Their offense just did not get it done as the opposing pitching just shut them down. Wow.
It's time now to recognize our player of the game. And what a game we saw today from Cliff Lee.
Well, you know, when you're facing a tough pitcher, it doesn't take long to realize that we're in for a tough day. And this team found out very early how tough this pitcher was going to be on them in this game. He's a top-flight starter, but he had everything going and mowed down this lineup. And this sends a message to the rest of the league also that this guy is for real and ready to go.
Well, you win, whether it's 1 or 10. This was the slimmest of margins, though.
Well, this one had the makings right from the start of a close one, and you knew whoever got on the board had a legitimate chance to win it.
And until next time, this is Gary Thorne, along with John Truck and Steve Phillips. We'll catch you at the yard.